We come to the next part of our Seder where we explain what Rabbi Gamliel said is absolutely necessary. That if we don't explain these things, we haven't really had our Seder. And they are three things: Pesach, Matzah, and Maror. Now, Pesach we use as the term for the entire holiday, but what he's talking about is the actual shank bone, or for those of us who are vegetarian, perhaps a beet, or I've seen olives on a Seder plate as well. Things that represent the sacrifice that was done as a part of the ancient holiday of Passover, which actually predates the temple, and the sacrifice that was done in the time of the temple to commemorate this particular holiday. It also reminds us of the power of gathering, the power of coming together and telling a story. People would have to journey either to collect in homes before the temple or during the temple time to come together to celebrate the holiday at the temple in Jerusalem, again, all together. The second is matzah. Now, we all know the matzah. It's that bread that isn't quite bread. It's a cracker that tastes a little bit maybe on par with the cardboard that it comes in, or maybe some of us made our own matzah this year. And it's a reminder to us both of the hardships that the Israelites faced being slaves and leaving so quickly from Egypt. It also reminds us that bread comes with yeast. It's puffed up, as we say, chametz. And so we on Passover remind ourselves to not just remind ourselves that we were once slaves, but to remove that chametz, the things that have puffed us up, our ego, and allow ourselves to remember that we were once slaves, and so to remind ourselves to be in solidarity with those who are in need, perhaps like Adi, who is joining our video. The third is Maror, and it follows matzah in that it reminds us of the bitterness of slavery. And we are meant to actually taste that bitterness at our Seder, to remember that people today are still in need. Some of us, many of us, are suffering this year, and that we live in a world where there are both figuratively and literally still slaves. And so we have the task in front of us to work to help them be free as well. And so that's why it says right after this, following in the Haggadah, that each of us should feel as if we were freed from Egypt this year. May we feel that freedom not just for ourselves, but for everyone who is enslaved this year. Wishing everyone a Chag Sameach, a happy Passover. Chag Sameach, everyone.